What's up, guys? Another recording for you, live on Trovo at the exact same time. This is how we do it. High on Life, that you can see the game case on the top right-hand corner. When I saw the trailer for this, again, it's just another one of those trailers that got me very, very excited to play it, very excited to give it a go, and I wanted to do a review breakdown on it. Because I thought I'd find it funny to play through, and I thought my community might love it as well. So is High on Life worth picking up, worth grabbing? That's what this review's for. Have to wear this hat during the review. I do have a headache, so I'm trying to block out some of the light, but I need the light because it makes the camera look great, so bear with it. Same breakdown analysis process throughout every single game. We always hit the exact same criteria. It is a 48 gigabyte game, so around about 50 gigs. It is a hefty boy. It is a hefty boy. Peggy 16. Price digital download at the moment. Currently, it's £50. And it's only available on Windows and Xbox platforms. It is not available on PlayStation, which is a big bummer. To be completely honest, it is a major big bummer, because I would have, it would have been nice that the PlayStation players could have experienced this game as well. It you know, there's no negative around it all. It adds to the exposure of the game. And it brings the developers even more money. Publishers and the developers, all the same. Squishy or Squanch Games Inc. I'm probably butchering the hell out of that. I probably am. Action adventure, and it is available on Game Pass. So if you own the subscription service, you can actually just download it straight away and play it. You don't have to. There's no additional payment. Just download, play it, and off you go. So that's a big plus, but again, I would have liked to, I would have liked the PlayStation players to experience it. That's just me. So choice of music used is the very first thing that we look into, because for me, music can add a lot of emotion and a lot of weight to any video game, especially if it's a good soundtrack. Did High on Life have a good soundtrack? It did. It really did. There was small times where some of the combat music just got a little bit noisy for me, the repetition with it, but it was very clear. A lot of the levels had fantastic soundtracks. The boss musics were all great as well, and there's nothing that I can really fault around the music. There's nothing I can. So I was happy. There was no issues with the soundtrack. We had some slight audio glitching, very, very small audio glitching every now and again, but it wasn't anything major at all, and it didn't ruin the atmosphere, and it didn't destroy the game in any way. So yeah, I was happy with it. Can't really fault the audio around the soundtrack, and I was happy to listen to it. Kind of, like I said, it might just be a me, but a lot of the combat music, it got very repetition. It was very repetition, and I don't know. It was just me. It took 4 days to completely play the game from start to finish, and I was quite thorough in a lot of the areas itself, and I was engaging in combat quite often, so that soundtrack would play quite a bit. But I'm fine with it. It didn't wind me up, and it didn't annoy me. I could just tell it was being repeated. The audio effects and the voice acting. The audio effects in the game, from the gun noises, from the explosions, they were perfect for me. That I enjoyed some of the weapon noises, especially the shotgun. It was very satisfying to pull the trigger on that bad boy. But the audio effects throughout the game, I didn't again have any issues with it. I thought it fit the game. They all sounded, the clarity was on point. In terms of the voice acting, this is definitely where the game massively shines. The game itself is voiced by, if you know the Rick and Morty cartoon, the voice actors from that. The voice acting in this game is absolutely superb. It is beyond superb. It's what earns a lot of its review points right off the bat. The game is absolutely hilarious to play. From start to finish, it's comedy gold. The voice acting is utterly genius. The jokes that they come out with, I know it is a PEGI 16. I don't know how they managed to land a 16 rated PEGI. I do feel the game is definitely catered way more for adults, and it's an 18 rated game in my eyes. It truly is, and they I don't know again how they managed to get it to a PEGI 16 in the UK and Europe. But the jokes that they come out with, the language, there's a lot of vulgar language in this game. There is a lot. If you're sensitive and you don't like harsh terms, don't like swearing, this is not a game for you at all. This is not. If you're a young gamer playing this, and your parents might get a bit itchy hearing some of the things they come out with, don't repeat them. The game is very vulgar, very, very offensive, very rude at times. But all the characters, all the weapons, all the bosses, the NPCs, everyone has a unique audio dialogue. And it's, like I said, this is where it shines the most and earns the majority of the points for me, because I had fun from start to finish throughout this entire game. I laughed a lot. Yes, I was very sick while playing this review. I was very, very ill, but it definitely helped. It really did. Like I said, I am still ill. So voice acting, spot on, 1000% perfection. Absolutely loved it. It carried the game, and it worked so well. So I can't say any more. Graphics, the cartoony artwork that they used in this game was, in my opinion, absolutely perfect and stunning. The neon colors that they use as well, the vibrancy, the contrast. I can't fault how this game looks. It looks spot on. Absolutely spot on. And it works. It works for the game itself. Even when they did certain retro vibes as well, it was using pixelation instead of clean, crisp graphics. It looked absolutely great as well. And the jokes that they used at the intro with the retro thing as well, I loved it. I can't praise this any more than what I am right now. But graphics, the texturing and the weather effects, there are only a few areas that use very minor weather effects, dust particles, sandstorm effects, the nighttime shadows, and just the neon. Like I said, the neon at nighttime, the neon colors and the scenic colors, the creatures that you fight, Mother Nature, the color of the landscape and whatnot is so beautiful. It's so vibrant. I can't fault it. I can't. And again, I'm going to praise the hell out of it. I really am. The character model design from your character, the player that you're playing, the brother, from your sister, with the aliens, the bosses that you fight, from even the random NPCs that are just running around jibber jabbering, talking absolute dog shit crap. They really are. They're talking utter garbage half the time. They all look very, very different, very unique. They're all well designed. The bosses were very, very cool designed. I'm not going to knock that one. And I'm not going to talk spoilers, because this is not what I do with my opinion and my review videos itself. I don't talk spoilers. But as you go through the bosses, they're all different. They all fight differently. They all look great. They all have their own unique image. The guns that you use, every single weapon that you use is different. It's unique. They're voiced completely different. And the style of the weapon, some of them are gross. I'm not gonna lie, some of them are gross. But the model design of all of it, I thought was absolutely fantastic. I really do. And again, I can't fault it. I can't say anything bad. I can't. Glitches and bugs. I had one minor glitch. I wouldn't say glitch, more of a bug, where my weapon wasn't in my hand. It was in front of my hand. And so you could see that I wasn't actually holding on to the gun hilt. Even when I switched guns in and out, it was still a bit buggy. Had a teeny weeny flicker, brightness flicker, but that happened during loadings when I was loading from one area to another, that the whole screen would just brighten up quite a bit, and then it would load up the area that you was walking into. But we had some ooze that shouldn't have been there, but none of this was breaking the game, none of this was ruining the game in any way. It was humorous, to be fair. It was more humorous than anything else. Excuse me. And I'm guessing just a simple update and a patch. We had a 3.7 gig update today on the 4th day of streaming this. I haven't read the patch notes. I don't know what they were patching and what they were fixing up. Maybe it was other bugs that someone else has found. I really don't know. But on the 4th day, we managed to, like I said, we saw a few little bugs. I saw a few bugs yesterday, but again, they were so tiny and just insignificant. They weren't ruining the game. They weren't breaking the game. We got stuck on a roof in a chimney type thing, and we had to reload a checkpoint because we couldn't get out. That was my stupidity though, because I was trying to break the game. I was trying to fly out of bounds and go to areas that I wasn't supposed to go to, and I did soft lock the game, and I had to load a checkpoint. But luckily the checkpoint, everything that we had found had carried over, and it was absolutely fine. Another little polish so with a little update. Gameplay and mechanics. First person shooter. Gameplay style itself, we played it on, did we play it on normal mode? I actually can't remember it now. I'm pretty sure it was, if it is difficulty options were available, we always play normal, because of the review. Is normal mode too difficult or too hard? We managed to fly through the whole game, not really having too many issues. At the last boss killed us a few times. One of the other bosses killed us once, but every other boss after that, we murdered them all. In terms of difficulty, it wasn't really that hard. No, it was I don't think they wanted the game to be silly hard. I think they wanted the game to be humorous, funny, and enjoyable, and that's exactly what it was from start to finish. My God, my throat. So yeah, I didn't find the game difficult at all. The story was brilliant. It was very well written. I thoroughly enjoyed it from again start to finish. But I didn't stress throughout the game or get frustrated and have to lower any difficulty to make it easy to play. So in terms of gameplay, it was fun. It was enjoyable. You get a lot of fancy tools at your disposal. A jetpack so you can fly up and hover. A grapple so you can get to certain areas. You get your little magnet space boots that you can run across metal tiles as well. I would say if you do play this after this review, don't go for your collectibles early in the game. Wait until you've pretty much unlocked all the tools that you can, as in the rope, knife, the boots, and the jetpack, because it'll allow you to get to every area throughout the game and find all and collect all the treasure chests like 1,000 times easier. So don't stress about not being able to collect them early in the game, because you can't reach some of the items without those tools behind you to get it done. So save your effort early in, play throughout the story first, focus on story, and then once you've unlocked a lot of these tools, go back if you wish to, because the game offers you pretty much full backward exploration. There is no forced progression in this game, thank God, because I freaking hate forced progression in video games. This game allows you to go back to any level that you previously done and go explore. The game even promotes it. The guy's like, go back and go find things that you might have missed. There's loads of collectibles that you can find, loads of cards that you can find, loads of weapon mods that you can find that add to the firepower of all your weapons and also adds to the features of those weapons as well. And what I found as a really cool touch is every mod that you change on your weapon changes the color of your weapon too. I thought that was a really cool little add-on thing that they did. So yeah, don't worry super much about exploring at the beginning of the game until you get to the point where you're happy with what you're using and you've got good tools on you and you can then fly up with your jetpacks and go collect the rest of the collectibles. But that's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Replayability and game difficulty. We've already talked about game difficulty. Replayability is definitely there, 100%. There is a lot of replayability in this because of those collectibles that you want to go find, and because of the backward, the ability to go back through levels and find everything else that you've been missing, everything else that you're trying to get. I did notice, and this is not a spoiler, that there is no New Game Plus. So once you've pretty much completed the game, you can hit continue and it will put you right after you defeated the last boss. So then you could go back through all the other levels and find the rest of the things that you could have gotten, or missed, all the things that you missed, so you can then go get them. So replayability is definitely there. We managed to clock 22 out of the 32 achievements. So there's still more achievements to find. Some of the achievements, though, I would have to start a new playthrough to get because there were decisions that I made that cost me from getting the achievement. So if I would have done what the game wanted me to, or if I would have done what the game didn't want me to, I could have gotten some of the other achievements, but I did or did not do it, if that makes sense. Any game customization, we've already talked about that. The mods that you can find throughout the game customize the characters' guns, the color of the guns. Stats building, there are health pickups that you can buy in the shops to boost your health stat. But the rest is all pretty much your tools and your weapons. So there's no way of like building up your defense, stamina. There's no magic, there's no really any stat building in the game. It's not an RPG. So there's none of that, to be fair. Story, if applicable, it is applicable. The story is, like I said, it is very well written, very funny throughout from start to finish. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more things I missed, and I definitely will be doing some off-stream playthroughs or even some more stream playthroughs of this game itself. But the story is well worth working through and well worth playing, 100%. Online co-op, if available, modes, features and stability, none of that is applicable. None of it. So, skippity skip. Purchase price, digital price, value of content. Do I feel that this is a £50 game? No. I don't like the £50 price tag on any game, to be completely fair. I really don't. I think 50 quid for a video game is just still too expensive for me. Knowing what I know now about the game from start to finish and what more I can do with it, it's not worth £50. The game is incredible. It truly, truly is. It's such a great game to play and so well worth playing. But £50, there is no disc copy of this game. It's digital only or Game Pass. $44.99 maximum price. $44.99, $39.99, amazing, perfect price, really good. $44.99 maximum, no more than that. I don't like the £50 price point on games. I think that's stupid. That means it's around $60 for you guys across the pond, and that's a lot of money to put on a game. That's again my opinion though. Microtransactions or any DLC, that I did not check. Excuse me quickly while I quickly check. Manage game, go to store. Microtransactions and DLC. None. There is none. None at all. Nope. Nothing at all. Optimized for Series X and S, 4K Ultra HD 60 FPS plus. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm still sick. I'm still getting over it. Squanch Games Inc. So I knew I probably butchered that name. Right, anything that I've written down that we've not talked about. The retro parts were fantastic. Rick and Morty, yes. Beautiful graphics. The fact that the living room plays out actual TV shows just made me laugh. The fact that I can actually sit there and watch a movie in a game, I can't believe that. And someone told me they do 4 different movies around the game that are all watchable as well. And if that's the case, enjoy that, because that's extra content and extra time in the game. No map system is more of a me. I would have liked a map. I know they have a little compass at the bottom left that shows you where certain things are, but you don't ever get a full scale area map, which I think would look great in this game if they had a full screen map, sky view where you're looking straight down, and it shows you anything that you've sonar scanned and pinged, so it might help you find the rest of the treasure chests that you were missing. But that's just an idea from me. That's not the game must have it or it must work, no, it's just an idea. I did like the detective mode thing in the game. I think they could have utilized that just a little bit more. Handbag with weapons, the funny TV commercials, the side missions that we can do as well were hilarious. No new game plus, loads of replayability, 4 Street, yeah. Everything else I've pretty much written down, and I've already talked about, to be fair. So it now just boils simply down to, would I recommend this game and what would I rate it? Would I recommend this game? I'm just going to make it simple. Yes. Oh, hell yes. This game was amazing to play. This game was absolutely fantastic to play. It brightened my day up just a little bit. I found it very, very funny, very humorous to play. And I want to do a little bit more, even though I've done pretty much the game. I want to go back and try and find the rest of the chests. I'm missing only a few more of the cards, which will be in the chests that I haven't found. And I've got, I think, 1 or 2 more side quests that I need to finish off itself. But I just need to find the NPCs who want the items that I've got. But other than that, this game was absolutely worth every second playing. And I absolutely had a blast. And because of that reason, I am happy scoring this game a really easy, and I mean a really easy 9 out of 10. This could have been potential Game of the Year material right here if the game was launched earlier in the year and it would have gotten the recognized, it would have got recognized, it would have got highlighted for how great it was, and would have been nominated, because I think this could have been a Game of the Year right here. And again, it sucks that PlayStation players won't be able to play it. Only Windows and Xbox. So yeah, I'm happy scoring this game an easy 9 out of 10. With all the tiny little finicky things that are in the game. They're just simple patches that can be rolled down to fix the majority of it. Other than that, this game was freaking amazing to play. So that's just my input, and that's just my review. It's just my opinion at the end of the day. But if you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments down below. If you're playing the game at the moment, let me know what you think in the comments down below. I would love to see comments on my YouTube videos. It would, it would give me a bit of a buzz just to reply back to you and just to know that you guys are enjoying them. Or if pretty much you don't have Game Pass and you was about to spend money on this, I hope this review helps you towards your purchase or saves you money. Either way. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a thumbs up if you don't mind on the video if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next review. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.